Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Rewind Be Kind. I wanted to do a follow-up video to the video I uploaded on yesterday, and it is called Unlocking the Sweet Secrets of Honey. And I wanted to talk about when I had used honey for an ailment that I had. Now, this is going to be my very own personal experience. So let me give this disclaimer. I am not giving medical advice. I am not a medical doctor. Please seek your physician for any changes that you desire to do in your day-to-day regimen. Okay, now that I got that out the way, I did take notes because I know I get really excited about honey, and I don't want to get off track because I know I'm going to do many videos on how I use honey and how it has benefited me, okay, from inside out. Okay, and I want to give my experiences to you, and I want to keep everything pretty much in order as far as how I want to tell you about it. Okay, so about I'm not gonna say how many decades ago, but it's been many decades ago that I found out about local honey. Okay, the unfiltered local honey. I've always eaten honey. I've and I'm gonna get back to my notes, but I do want to say this, even when I was little, I've always had honey because my grandmother actually had, I used to remember when I was little, I didn't know what it was then, but it was a white box in the back of her farm, and then in her house she would have jars, of honey with the honeycomb in it. So I'm going to talk about that on another video. But I want to stick to my notes only because I want to talk about a specific ailment that I had that came around every year many decades ago. Okay, so I'm going to be reading from this paper so I can stay on track. And make sure you go back and look at the video, okay, because there's a lot of benefits to honey that like I said, I am going to talk about. I'm so excited about this subject, okay? I love honey. I really do. I don't have a sweet tooth, and I think that's because that's why honey is, it just satisfies so much, as far as the sweet that I need. So do remember that it is a sugar, okay? So you do have to use and take honey in moderation, okay? So let me read from this so I can stay on track, okay? So I want to talk about the benefits of honey and how it has helped my overall health. I want to first say that this is not, like I said, medical advice. Please consult with your medical physician before starting any new regimen, okay? Now that I have that out the way, see, I stayed on track. I had that all written down. Okay, I'm getting better at this. Like I said, my channel is fairly new on this, and I just use this channel to share mind, body, soul, and spirit, things that have helped me, and just hoping that it will help many generations rewinding and going back to things that did work for us, okay? And make sure you put in the comments if you've used honey and what type of honey you've used, because there's many different types, especially the wild sunflower honey that just has a totally different taste to it, okay? And see, I'm getting off track because I'm so excited about talking about honey, okay? And it has helped me from the inside out, and I will have many videos talking about how I use honey from the inside out and how it has benefited me and how I actually see the changes from using honey, okay? So let's begin, okay? I have been consuming organic, raw, unfiltered honey for many, many, many decades, okay? I have also incorporated it into my homemade facials. See, the proof is in the pudding. Yeah, okay. Anyway, but yes, I do, and I will do some videos on those because I like mixing up my own homemade facials to use them. And that, like I said, that would be another video in the near future. Okay, so I know you've heard of the benefits of honey. I know you see a lot of videos and a lot of testimonies, and I want to give my testimony to encourage you to go and try it. Okay, just go and try it. So when I first started using honey, it was many decades ago, okay? And I was using it because I was in a climate that had a high pollen count. And when allergy season would roll around, I would suffer. Yes, suffer, okay? And so my eyes would swell up, okay? They'd get itchy. And when I say swell up, I mean swell up close to where I would try to use over-the-counter eye drops or something. And my nasal passage would get all stuffy and clogged up. And when I did go and try to get over-the-counter, it will help it to be unclogged, but here I am, can't go anywhere or do anything without TMI, just dripping, running. You know what allergy season does, especially that pollen, when it's like red, orange, when they give the alerts in some states. And that's the state I was in, to where they would actually give an alert, for what level the pollen was at. And usually us as allergy sufferers, we would actually stay in the house. I know I would stay in the house, okay? And so I was always the type to look for natural remedies. So, I tried it. I did the steaming, as far as the salt water steaming. I did the salt water, the drops and everything. But after I have done research, okay, I come to realize that I needed a histamine blocker, and I wanted something natural, okay? So let's see. So I found out about honey after doing research. Okay, I had to really dive in. I've always known the benefits of honey, but I've never thought to use it for allergy season, okay? And just think about it. Although it depends on what state you're in, there are things always, as far as our plants and our flowers, always pollinating, okay? So it's just not a certain season, especially since I've moved to another state, is always something pollinating, and I love it. I really do. No complaints there. So during my research, I realized it was something that I needed to consume before the pollen season to counteract my suffering when the pollen began to fall. Okay, and that it does fall. You can see it on your vehicles. You can see it in your lawn chairs. You can see it on your face, when you get home, when you clean your face and you look at that white towel and you go, oh, wow, okay, there's pollen is falling, okay? It's raining pollen. Okay, so although it is said that it hasn't been proven scientifically to reduce allergies, it worked for me, okay? It worked for me. How did it work for me? Okay, well, I sought out local honey. And yes, local honey can be expensive, but it's priceless. Okay, it's priceless. And just think about it. It's not like you have to take a whole lot. You go back and watch the video, you take that in moderation, 1 spoon, and some of you may, because you're on other medications, you may only can take a half a spoon. So like I said, talk with your medical doctor to see if honey is okay, especially the organic, unfiltered, okay? And that's what I've used, okay? So when your eyes are not itchy and swollen and you can breathe and your nose is not dripping, it's priceless. What you would have to pay now for local honey. And would you agree? I mean, let me know when you agree. So maybe you're asking yourself, why local honey? Okay, think about this. And I got to stick to my notes because I'm getting so excited. Can you tell? So local bees pollinate local flowers, and that's unique because the pollen that was making me miserable were the very flowers the bees were pollinating. And when I started consuming it once a day, now this was before pollen season, okay? And during pollen season, my immune system started to build up. And that's why I said I have many other videos as far as how honey has helped me, okay? So think about it. Some of the local bees go out within a 50-mile radius, some of them 40-mile radius, okay, to collect pollen. And sometimes I could cross over to the next state because it was close. The state I was in at that time that had all the alerts and everything with pollen, the next state over wasn't that far, and there were a lot of farmers, rural farmers, okay? So when I couldn't find it in the state I was in, then I could cross over to the next state, okay, and get the actual organic unfiltered honey, and some with the honeycomb in it, which, I stocked up on that because that reminded me when I was with my grandmother, and that's another story. And so I would pretty much stock up on the unfiltered honey from the farmer's market, or sometimes they're on the side of the road, and I'll just go ahead and buy it. And plus it's helping them, it is. They take the time to harvest this honey and put it in jars. Yeah, you want to support our local farmers, beekeepers. I mean, we really do. We need them, okay? So we have to be careful with honey, like I said, because it is still sugar. So I would take a teaspoon every day to help block the histamines, okay, coming from the pollen. When that allergy season rolled around, which it does every year depending on what region you're in, I was amazed because my eyes wasn't swollen and itchy. My nose and nasal passage wasn't shut and swollen. And yeah, it was a shocker. I mean, I believed in honey, but like I said, this was many decades ago, okay? Probably about 3 decades ago that I had been using it, okay? And so I wasn't all swollen. Oh, you could see it. I would even get like earaches sometimes, from it because of all the pressure from the allergy reaction I was having to the pollen. So now, when that season rolled around and I had started taking a spoon a day before the pollen season started, and then while it was pollen season, I did not have any issues. That's my testimony on organic, unfiltered honey. I had no issues. I was shocked, but not shocked, because it is nature's natural remedies. Okay, so now that I moved to another state, and when I had moved to another state, I still had some of that honey from the other state. I started getting some more symptoms. Okay, I was like, oh, it's coming back. But think about it. Okay, it's different flowers that are pollinating most of the time from state to state. So what did I do? I had to go and seek out some local honey makers. Okay, and I started taking that, because where I'm at now is ongoing, and so I take it for sure every day. I make sure that I have a local, organic, unfiltered honey. Okay. Now, some people say they can't find a local organic, so that's going to be another video, or you can do research. You can probably even go online and order it from whatever state you're in. I'm pretty sure there are some beekeepers out there who is actually bottling the this liquid gold. Okay, so let's see here. I think that's all I wanted to say, is that how it helped me with my allergies. And now that I'm in a state to where things are pollinating all the time, as always, the sunny and beautiful I can take it every day and I don't have the issues, okay? I mean, I know when something new is pollinating because I am still adjusting to this new state. And so I have to make sure that I seek out local um, beekeepers who actually bottle their own honey. And I have to ask them sometimes because, you know, some honeys can be darker in color. Some can just go out to a radius to where there are wildflowers. Some just maybe on their farm pollinating. So I do have to ask, like, you know, what's the radius and what type of flowers are the bees pollinating, and they let me know. And sometimes I have like 3 different types of honey because you know, some wildflowers I'm allergic to, you know, as far as my allergies go, and then some I'm not. I think it's the pine needles, you know, especially when that season come around. You know, you see all that pine pollen all over your vehicles. I didn't know that bees, there was something in there to help with that, to block that histamine, you know, but it did, and I believe it has a lot to do with honey itself building the immune system. Okay, so that's what my next video is going to be about, on diving into, you know, how it has helped my immune system, especially digestive system, and how it has helped my skin, because it has a lot of natural active ingredients in the honey, and also my energy level, because I know you've heard of the, you know, the B vitamins, and sometimes it is best to take your vitamins, well, I would say if you can, always take your vitamins from a natural source. And I'm going to talk about that too, because I know many years ago I used to get like the little B12 shots and everything, and I had just stopped doing them, and found honey, you know, and got a little pep in my step. So I'm not going to keep you long, because see, I'm going off into another subject, but I will see you soon. I will be back on to talk about honey and all my other videos. So thank you everyone who has watched my videos, subscribed, and commented. You know, if you're shy, just leave an emoji on there, okay? And until next time, have a great day and stay healthy, okay? Stay healthy, you'll stay happy.